Hey, I literally just came back from watching Superman, and I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. It's really good. Like, this start to a new cinematic universe is Iron Man level. It's good. It does great world building, just everything. And I'm gonna tell you my spoiler-free review. There's a spoiler review if you want that for some reason, but this is the spoiler-free review. First, I'm going to show you what I got, because why not? First, this is free, actually. I don't know if it was because we were the first people to see it. I don't know if they're going to hand it out at every showing, but I got it. Let me see. There. This is the Superman logo, of course, and it's an awesome pin. It's a very high-quality pin, too. Like, it's like the Disney pins. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you didn't grow up a Disney kid. I did. It's a very nice pin, actually. I wore it the whole movie, and you know what? I'm gonna wear it now. I'm just gonna take a second to put it on. I'm probably gonna cut this out. Let's have that on for the rest of the time. Alright, let me show you the other stuff I got. I went with my grandpa, and he wanted to pay for everything because I bought the tickets. And yeah, well, I didn't buy the tickets. We have Cinemark rewards, so they kind of paid for themselves. Also, didn't make the bed this time because there's a gato on it. And I don't want to make the gato angry because they are our overlords. Anyways, first I got this popcorn bucket. Look at this. This is a beautiful popcorn bucket, especially the crystals there. It looks great. It's awesome. We got the Fortress of Solitude behind him. And this is actually like a 3D thing. You can feel the crystals on it. They're smooth, they're nice. The rest of it is more matted, if that makes, like, I don't know how to, it's less smooth, I can say that. And you can see Superman right there, David Cornsweet. Great Superman. I think he might be the best Superman. Maybe, I think Matt Reeves is better. But he was the best Superman. Well, I wouldn't say Matt Reeves is better, but he's more iconic, if that makes more sense. But David Cornsweet, perfect. Perfect Superman. Looks exactly like Superman in the comics. And that suit, I think, is the best looking suit. Just is great. I will tell you a tiny bit about the movie. But, like, things, like, not like about the movie, but like the vibes, how it felt, what I think about it. Yeah, that. First, one more thing. This cup. And I still have this stuff in it because I literally just came back and I got free refills. So, you see Superman and Krypto. I loved Krypto in this movie, actually. You can see in big lettering, oh my gosh, Superman. It's awesome. I put Pib in here. Cinemark should really get Dr. Pepper because Dr. Pepper is the best drink of all time. Alright. But Pib is a good substitute. The movie. So, I was never a DC fan. I'm more into movies. I've never really been a big comic book guy. I read some comics, mostly older comics. I haven't really read any DC. I've mostly read classic Marvel comics, Fantastic Four, some of that stuff. Not a ton, though. Not really a big comic reader. Read some of the newer comics, some of the newer Spider-Man comics. What was it called? Web of something. Get the comic actually. Web of Spider-Man. Okay, that's what it is. I've read a few of those. I don't have a few of them. I only have one physical comic. I read comics online mostly. I have some Star Wars comics, actually. Anyways, back to the point. I didn't really like DC. And the movies, bad. Like, a lot of the DC movies were not good. I didn't like them. I didn't even really see any of the Snyder movies, because just no. That's not how, especially Superman, that's not how you should portray Superman. I haven't seen the actual thing. I've never seen the full Man of Steel movie. I didn't see the point. It's not what I like. It's not, he was an overpowered, narcissistic jerk, and he broke his own rule. He doesn't kill people, right? He snapped Zod's neck. Ugh, no, it's bad. So I didn't really watch it. I've seen clips, but that's about it. Fortress of Solitude was also stupid. It was just a place where you sat and thought about stuff and hallucinated. Dumb. Anyways, let's get to the new Superman movie. This movie has made me like DC. I never really liked DC before. The only DC movie I thought was good, actually there were a couple, was Lego Batman. Okay? I also watched Shazam and Shazam 2. They're okay. The only reason I liked it is because, oh my gosh, did I just forget his name? Zach Levi. Okay, I forgot Zach Levi's name for a second. One of my favorite actors. Because he's in Chuck. Everybody should watch Chuck. Sorry, that was dumb to say. You guys should watch Chuck, though. I'm being completely serious. Anyways, back to Superman. David Cornswet. David Cornswet was so good as Superman. He looked the part. He actually looked quite a lot like Henry Cavill, which is strange. And Henry Cavill looked great for Superman. And he played how Snyder told him to. But Snyder didn't know Superman. That's what it felt like. Superman is supposed to be a vision of hope. It's supposed to, like, he's more of an idea than a superhero almost. But this movie got the idea and the superhero part of him perfect. And I'm going to talk about that. Spoiler for your review, though. Sorry, that was my VR. I do have a spoiler review, if you want to see that. But let's talk about it. Great fight scenes. It felt like a comic book. As you can see from some of the trailers, there's just comic book-esque fights. Like, it looks like it was ripped straight out of a comic book. The colors look like it's out of a comic book as well. He also talks like you'd expect a family-friendly superhero to talk. He doesn't really swear unless he's only with adults, or not really in a fight scene, or not being seen by the public. He says, "What the hey? Oh my gosh." He doesn't really actually swear in front of the public. He does swear as Clark Kent a little, but Clark is a whole different thing than Superman. Also, love how they made it so it makes sense that people don't realize who Clark is. I'm not going to say it, even though there have been multiple spoilers on it that are out. I won't say it, just in case some people haven't seen those clips from the movie. But they're out. I'm not going to say it in this because it's like fully spoiler-free. Nothing from the movie is in this. I'm just talking about how the movie feels, how I liked it. Yeah, that. His suit looked great. The whole time it looked great. Even when it got tattered a little bit, it looked great. Loved Krypto. Krypto was a great character. Well, kind of. He wasn't played by anyone, of course. Loved Krypto. He wasn't a huge character, but he was just comic relief, just fun, all that. And some more characters. Lex Luthor, great villain. He didn't feel like just bad to be bad. He had more reasons to be bad. Even though he still had that feeling like he's just straight evil, it was less just straight evil than you would see in other things. Like the comics sometimes, or older Superman movies, he had other reasons to be evil. He was a huge part of the movie. He was the main villain, of course, just a lot. Some of his henchmen, we know about the henchmen. What's her, I forgot her name. The engineer, I think that was her name, the engineer. She was cool. Her powers are cool. She can, like, create weapons, mold herself into different forms, with nanotech. That's not a huge spoiler or anything. I think James Gunn has said that, and you can kind of tell. She can make weapons out of her body. She was a cool character and all. She's pretty powerful. Had some good fights with Superman. Pretty good. I don't really have a ton to say about her. I'm not going to say anything about Ultraman. No spoilers. I'm just saying, you do find out who Ultraman is, and you will be surprised. There's, The Hammer of Bravia was pretty cool. Pretty powerful, too. Because we know about the Hammer of Bravia. We've seen all that. It's a great movie, great everything. I don't really have a ton to say that's not going to spoil it. Lois Lane, great character. Mr. Terrific, awesome. Guy Gardner was a good character too. Hawk Girl was awesome. Yeah, that's mostly it. There's nothing really in the end credit scenes to really pay attention to. The end credit scenes don't really add anything, but a scene near the end you have to watch. But of course you'll still be in the theater. You don't have to watch the end credit scenes, but I would recommend it. They're still good. But I was expecting like a hint at the next movie, or like Batman in it or something, or like another crazy character, Wonder Woman or something. But no, it wasn't really anything crazy. That's all I really have to say for the spoiler-free review. The spoiler review is going to be much longer than this, of course, because there's more to talk about. But I love the movie. I would highly recommend seeing it. If you're just a superhero fan in general, I would 100% go and watch it. If you're a real Superman fan, you will like this movie. If you like the actual Superman character, not the Snyder character, because that's not Superman. The real Superman ripped straight from the comics. The no-kill Superman, the Vision of Hope Superman, the one that kids will look up to. You will love this movie. If you're part of the Snyder cult, you might not like this movie. That's about all I have to say. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 on IMDb. Oh my gosh, I can't talk right now. I'm just thinking about so much about the movie and how much I liked it. I would recommend picking up the merch. I didn't get those, but they have a dog bowl that has Krypto on it and the Superman logo. You could get it for your dog, actually, but they put popcorn in it. I was tempted, but we're not that big of superhero fans, especially my dad. I think I mentioned that in my MCU tier list video, but we weren't originally superhero fans. My dad showed me Guardians, and then I became a superhero fan. Because after watching Guardians, because my dad sees it more of a sci-fi movie than a superhero movie, I was like, I want to see more Marvel. And then I did, and then I really liked superheroes. And now here we are. I like DC more now. Especially if this DCU takes a lot more... It feels a lot more like this movie, most of the movies. I get Batman won't feel like this. Batman is a darker character, of course. Which... They got Batman right in the Snyder universe, but they didn't get Superman right. That's the big issue. Superman is the DC character. I know Batman is a huge character too, but Superman is DC. Like, he's a huge part of DC. That's going to do it for today's video. This is the 10th when I'm filming this, of course, because this is going to be posted at like 8 a.m. tomorrow on the 11th when it actually comes out. I watched it early, you could say. Cinemark just lets you watch it a day early sometimes, I guess. They're doing the same thing for Fantastic Four. I can watch it on the 24th. But the 24th is a holiday here in Utah, so probably won't. I wish. Maybe in the morning. I'll see. But I loved it. And I'm not a huge DC fan, but I think I will be, especially with this new DCU feeling more like that. And if you guys are worried about it being like Guardians of the Galaxy, it's nothing like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, you know how James Gunn likes to put in songs that he likes, or just popular songs in general? There aren't really any actual songs in this. There's like 4, and 2 of them are in the end credits. So, I thought they would have Starman by David Bowie. That's the only thing I was mad about. They didn't have Starman by David Bowie in it. I thought they would have it in the end credits scene, but no. But that's fine. I don't really care about the songs a ton. Great movie. Great everything. I love the chemistry between Superman and Lois. Just great. I would highly recommend watching it. That's going to do it. I'll see you guys later.